Welcome to the Expensive Coins History channel, your destination for expert coin collecting insights. Today, we'll explore the fascinating story of the 1981 Lincoln 1-cent coin with no mint mark. What appears to be just another penny in your pocket might be worth more than you expect. In this video, we'll examine the history, production, rarity, and current 2025 market value of the 1981 no-mint mark Lincoln cent, and help you determine whether the one you have is a hidden gem or simply face value. The Lincoln cent has been a staple of U.S. coinage since its debut in 1909. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse features a portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, making it the first circulating U.S. coin to feature a real person. By 1981, the Lincoln penny had already undergone several changes, most notably, the shift from the wheat ears reverse to the Lincoln Memorial reverse in 1959. However, 1981 would mark the end of an era for a different reason. It was one of the final years the Lincoln cent was struck using a composition of 95% copper and 5% zinc. In TIN 1982, the U.S. Mint transitioned to a copper-plated zinc core, primarily to reduce production costs. Therefore, the 1981 penny is among the last of the traditional copper coins, giving it intrinsic value based on its metal content alone. Furthermore, pennies produced in Philadelphia in 1981 were issued without a mint mark, as was standard practice for that facility at the time. So, when you see a 1981 penny without a mint mark beneath the date, it simply means it was minted in Philadelphia, not that the mint mark is missing in error. Let's look at the basic specs of this coin. The 1981 Lincoln cent weighs approximately 3.11 grams and has a diameter of 19 millimeters. It's made primarily of copper, which is key to its collectible appeal today. The obverse features the classic Lincoln bust with the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date. The reverse shows the Lincoln Memorial with the inscriptions, "United States of America, E Pluribus Unum," and 1 cent. Though over 7 billion of these coins were minted, not all are created equal. Condition, strike quality, and grade significantly affect value. Most 1981 no-mint mark pennies you'll find in circulation today are common. Worn and circulated examples generally hold only a small premium over face value, mostly due to their copper content. However, the story changes dramatically when we enter the realm of uncirculated and high-grade specimens. Coins that are in uncirculated condition, particularly those with strong eye appeal, original red luster, and minimal contact marks, can command significant premiums. Especially sought after are examples graded mint state 65 or higher on the Sheldon scale. For the average uncirculated coin, you might expect values ranging from a few dollars to the low double digits. But coins graded at MS-67 or even MS-68 can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on rarity, eye appeal, and grading population. Coins in exceptional condition are rare, not because they weren't minted in large numbers, but because few have survived decades of handling and circulation with pristine surfaces. Beyond condition, what else makes a 1981 no-mint mark Lincoln penny valuable? The answer is mint errors and varieties. Error coins, such as off-center strikes, double die obverse, clipped planchets, or wrong planchet strikes, can significantly boost a penny's value. These errors are the result of anomalies during the minting process and are often highly prized by collectors. A 1981 penny struck off-center by 50% or more, for example, can be worth anywhere from $50 to several $100 depending on grade and severity of the error. A dramatic double die with visible doubling in the date or lettering could also bring in a sizable premium. While errors are rare and must be authenticated, they are certainly worth investigating if you suspect something unusual about your coin. So how do you determine whether your 1981 penny is valuable? Here are a few simple steps. Check for the mint mark. If there's no mint mark under the date, it's from Philadelphia. That's normal for this year. Weigh the coin. It should weigh about 3.11 grams if it's the original copper alloy. A significantly lighter coin might suggest a wrong planchet or later zinc composition. Evaluate the condition. Look at the coin under good lighting. Is there any visible wear on Lincoln's cheek or jacket? Are the lines on the memorial crisp? Is the color still a full red, or has it turned brown? Check for unusual features. Look for any doubling, off-center striking, clipped edges, or unusual shapes or marks. Consider professional grading. if your coin appears to be in exceptional condition, you might consider sending it to a professional grading service. A certified grade can dramatically increase its marketability and value. As of 2025, here are some general guidelines for the value of the 1981 no-mint mark Lincoln cent. Circulated examples: 1 to 5 cents, primarily due to copper content. Uncirculated examples: MS60, MS63 $1 to $5 mint state 64 to 65 red, $5 to $15 MS66 red, $15 to $50 MS67 red, $100 to $250, sometimes more depending on visual appeal. MS68 red, rare, potentially $1,000 or higher. Major errors, $50 to several $100 depending on the type and condition. Remember, market conditions can change. Demand, grading, population reports, and auction results all influence coin values. But one thing remains true: the highest values go to the cleanest, sharpest, and most visually striking coins. The 1981 no-mint mark Lincoln penny may not be rare in the general sense, but finding a pristine example is no easy feat. Its historical role as one of the last full copper cents, combined with the lack of mint mark and its age, gives it a certain nostalgia and collector appeal. Here are a few final tips. Always store valuable coins in non-PVC flips or coin capsules to prevent toning and damage. Avoid cleaning your coins. Even light polishing can destroy their numismatic value. Keep an eye on copper prices. As long as they stay elevated, these older cents will always carry a premium. If you're building a set of Lincoln Memorial cents, the 1981 penny is a must-have, and a great transition piece before the 1982 composition change. The 1990 Lincoln 1-cent penny with no mint mark. You might be thinking, it's just a regular penny, but not so fast. Some of these coins can be worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars depending on the type, the condition, and the presence or absence of certain errors. We'll explore the history of the 1990 Lincoln penny, why some are extremely valuable, what makes certain versions so rare, and how you can tell if the coin in your hand is worth a small fortune in today's market. So grab your magnifying glass and let's uncover the hidden value behind the 1990 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. Let's start with the background. The Lincoln cent has been a staple of American currency since 1909, commemorating the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. In 1959, the reverse design was updated to feature the Lincoln Memorial, replacing the earlier wheat ears design. This memorial design ran until 2008. The 1990 penny falls within that memorial era. During this time, pennies were struck at several mints, including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins minted in Philadelphia typically did not bear a mint mark, which is why most 1990 pennies without a mint mark originate from that facility. Over 6 billion Lincoln cents were minted in Philadelphia in 1990, making this coin extremely common at face value, but that doesn't mean every single one is worthless. There are exceptions, and those exceptions are what make this coin so intriguing. So how can you identify a 1990 no mint mark penny? Take a look at the obverse side, or the front of the coin. You'll see the familiar profile of Abraham Lincoln facing to the right. Above his head is the motto, "In God We Trust," with the word "Liberty" to the left and the date, 1990, to the right. Now look carefully under the date. If you see no letter beneath the year, you have the Philadelphia version, the no mint mark penny. Flip the coin over and you'll see the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse side, along with the denomination, 1 cent, and the inscription, United States of America. Visually, it may not stand out, but the true distinction lies in the details. Some versions of this penny, particularly those struck in high quality or with errors, are what collectors are chasing. Let's make something clear. The vast majority of 1990 no mint mark Lincoln pennies are extremely common and carry little to no collector value. If your penny has been circulating for years, shows signs of wear, scratches, or discoloration, it's almost certainly worth just 1 cent. However, there are a few notable exceptions. The first is condition. If you come across a coin that appears uncirculated, meaning it shows no signs of wear, maintains its original luster, and has sharp, clean details, then you may be looking at a coin worth much more than face value. Coins in mint state, particularly in grades MS65 or higher, are highly sought after by collectors. These coins are often found in original mint rolls or sets and can sell for several dollars, even into the hundreds if the grade is exceptionally high, but there's one version of this coin that stands out from the rest. A proof coin with a very specific and dramatic error that makes it extremely rare and valuable. One of the rarest and most valuable versions of the 1990 penny is the San Francisco proof coin that was mistakenly struck without the S mint mark. Normally, proof coins from the San Francisco Mint bear a distinctive S under the date, indicating their origin and special status. These coins are struck with polished dies and blanks, giving them a mirror-like surface and exceptional detail. However, a very small number of 1990 proof pennies left the mint without the S mark. These are known as 1990 no-S proof Lincoln cents. And make no mistake, they are among the most valuable modern pennies ever released. Because of their extreme rarity and error status, these coins can command thousands of dollars on the collector's market, especially when graded in near-perfect condition. Some have sold at major auctions for well over $20,000. So how do you know if you have one? The key indicators are the coin's mirror-like finish, sharp strike, and, most importantly, the complete absence of a mint mark where the S should be on a proof coin. If you find one that looks like a proof but lacks the S, it could be the discovery of a lifetime. Outside of the rare no-S proof, there are still valuable varieties and error coins within the 1990 penny series that are worth looking out for. Some examples include off-center strikes, where the design is misaligned due to improper die strikes; double dies, where parts of the design, like the date or lettering, appear doubled; coins struck on the wrong planchet, which can result in a penny that appears silver or underweight. These kinds of errors are relatively uncommon, but they are out there. Their value can range from a few dollars to several hundred depending on the severity and overall condition. Always inspect your coins carefully, preferably with a magnifying glass or coin loop. The smallest details can make the biggest difference. As of 2025, the value of a standard 1990 no-mint mark penny in circulated condition remains at face value. Just 1 cent uncirculated examples in mint state condition can sell anywhere from $1 to $10, depending on the grade. Coins graded MS-67 or higher can be worth several $100s, particularly if certified by a professional grading service. The extremely rare 1990 no-S proof penny can still fetch upwards of $5,000 to $10,000 today, and in pristine condition, prices may soar even higher. Error coins also remain strong in the market. Collectors are actively searching for significant mistakes from this era, making 1990 Lincoln cents with dramatic errors desirable pieces. Market demand, collector interest, and certified grade all play major roles in the current and future value of these coins. If you think you found a valuable 1990 no-mint mark penny, here's what you should do: examine the coin's condition. Look for any signs of wear. Coins that appear flawless are much more desirable. Check for proof characteristics. If the coin has a mirror-like background and frosted devices, it might be a proof coin. Use proper lighting and magnification to detect errors or doubling. Avoid cleaning the coin. Cleaning can destroy value, especially for rare coins. Consider getting the coin graded by a reputable third-party grading service if you believe it may be valuable. Compare with known sales of similar coins to estimate market value. To wrap up, the 1990 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is more than just another coin in your change jar. While most are extremely common and worth only face value, a select few, particularly the rare no-S proof and major error varieties, can be incredibly valuable. If you love hunting for treasure in pocket change or coin rolls, this is one of those coins you'll definitely want to keep an eye out for. The 1987 Lincoln 1-cent coin, a modern penny that many people dismiss as common pocket change, but which could be worth more than you think under the right conditions. From its origin at the Denver Mint to the hidden gems in the form of rare error coins and high-grade uncirculated pieces, the 1987 penny has a story worth knowing. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for in your own collection, or even in your spare change, that could turn an ordinary penny into something worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars in 2025. Let's start with a bit of history. The 1987 penny is part of the long-running Lincoln cent series, which began in 1909 and is still in production today. In 1987, the U.S. Mint was producing billions of coins annually, and the Lincoln cent remained a staple of American currency. By this time, the composition of the penny had shifted from primarily copper to a zinc core with a thin copper plating, a change made in 1982 to reduce production costs. So, the 1987 D Lincoln cent is a copper-plated zinc coin, weighing about 2.5 grams and measuring 19 millimeters in diameter. The obverse side of the coin features the iconic profile of President Abraham Lincoln, a design originally created by Victor D. Brenner. The reverse shows the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo, which appeared on the coin from 1959 until 2008. The D Mint mark under the date indicates that the coin was struck at the Denver Mint. And here's where it gets interesting. While the total number of 1987 D pennies minted exceeds 4 billion, not all of them are created equal. Now let's talk about rarity and what makes some of these coins stand out. In circulated condition, meaning coins that have been used in everyday commerce and show wear, the 1987 D penny is very common. In fact, most of these are only worth their face value, 1 cent. However, the story changes dramatically when we start talking about uncirculated coins and error varieties. Collectors pay close attention to coins that remain in pristine, mint state condition. These are coins that have not entered circulation and show no signs of wear. If a 1987 D penny is in an exceptional state, especially grades like MS66, MS67, or even MS68, it becomes much rarer. On top of that, coins with a vibrant red luster are especially desirable. Over time, copper can turn brown or red-brown depending on environmental conditions, but coins that retain their original reddish glow are considered more valuable. Then there are error coins, which can command significant premiums. These might include things like double dies, off-center strikes, repunched mint marks, die cracks, or coins struck on the wrong planchet. These kinds of errors are not part of the regular minting process and are much harder to find, making them particularly attractive to collectors. Let's break down what a 1987 D Lincoln penny might be worth today, in 2025, depending on its condition and any special characteristics. Circulated condition: if your 1987 D penny has seen regular use and shows clear signs of wear, flattened design features, scratches, or dull color, it's likely worth just face value. These are extremely common and usually not sought after by collectors. Uncirculated condition: if your coin has never been used in circulation and appears in mint state, it could be worth more. The value rises gradually with grade. A coin in MS60 or MS61 might be worth only a small premium, while one in MS65 could be worth a few dollars. Move up to MS66 or MS67, and now you're potentially looking at values in the $20 to $100 range. High-grade red specimens, coins that are certified as red, RD, and have a grade of MS68 are rare and highly desirable. These coins have sold for several $100s, and in some exceptional cases, even more. These are the coins that registry collectors chase, especially those trying to build the finest possible Lincoln cent collection. Error coins: this is where values can vary wildly. A minor die crack or misaligned die might add a few dollars of value. But more dramatic errors, like a double die or an off-center strike of 50% or more, could increase the coin's value significantly. Some documented error coins have sold for hundreds or even thousands depending on severity and uniqueness. So, how can you determine if your 1987 D penny is valuable? Start by examining its condition. Use a magnifying glass or a loupe to look at the high points of Lincoln's bust and the details in the Lincoln Memorial. If these are sharp, and there's no sign of wear, you may have a mint state coin. Next, look at the color. Is it a bright, original copper red, or has it dulled to brown over time? Red coins are typically worth more. Then, examine the mint mark and date area. Look for doubling, unusual marks, or signs of a repunched mint mark. These features can indicate an error or variety that increases value. Lastly, consider getting your coin graded by a professional grading service if it appears to be in exceptional condition. Certification by a trusted service can significantly increase your coin's resale value and confirm its authenticity and grade. While most 1987 D Lincoln cents remain common and not worth more than a penny, there are exceptions. Coins in pristine mint state condition, those with bright red coloring, and especially those with rare errors or varieties, can be worth holding onto, or even selling for a profit. If you're just getting started in coin collecting, the Lincoln Cent series is an excellent place to begin. It's affordable, accessible, and rich with historical and collectible interest. And coins like the 1987 D can serve as both an educational tool and, in some cases, a valuable surprise. So the next time you're sorting through your change or looking at that old coin jar, keep an eye out for a shiny 1987 D Lincoln penny. You might just have something more than meets the eye. Thanks for watching today's video. If you found this information helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell icon so you never miss a new upload. And let us know in the comments, have you ever found a rare or valuable Lincoln Cent? What's your favorite coin in your collection? Until next time, keep searching, keep learning, and as always, happy collecting.